Time now is 4:33. We turn back to the breaking news we're following in Winder. 11 Alive's Bobeth Yates joining us live. Bobeth, this morning, investigators are going through evidence, and we're taking a closer look at exactly what happened inside Apalachee High School.
That's exactly right, Cheryl. And in the last update, law enforcement not only confirmed the identity of the victim, but of course the shooter, 14-year-old Colt Gray, who opened fire right here behind me at the Apalachee High School. And they say they were able to surround him quickly, all because of a new badge system that has an alert button on it that sent messages directly to the sheriff's office. Now, according to the GBI, around 10:20 Wednesday morning, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office received alerts from an active shooter sent when staff members at Apalachee High School began pushing the emergency button on their IDs. We're told within minutes law enforcement was on scene, as well as 2 resource officers assigned to the school who immediately surrounded the suspect, Colt Gray. They say he quickly surrendered, but prior to, officials accused Gray of pulling an AK automatic rifle and opening fire in the classroom, hitting 2 students and 2 teachers. They are 39-year-old Richard Aspinwall, 53-year-old Christina Aramy, 14-year-old Mason Schermerhorn, and 14-year-old Christian Angelo. Now, 9 others were also hospitalized. Take a listen as the governor reacted to this.
This is everybody's worst nightmare. And I just want to offer my sincere condolences and our thoughts and prayers to the families that have lost loved ones, for those that are injured and continuing to fight through just a tragic time for really this whole community.
Now, 9 of the 8 injured were students. We're told several of them have been treated at the hospital and released. Now, we're going to send it over to our Ariana Moniz, who will continue our team coverage with more on the shooter, who we're told will be charged as an adult.
We're going to have much more of that coming up later as we get to Ariana Moniz, but we're going to actually go to Liza Lucas this morning, continuing to learn more about those who lost their lives. Liza, 2 teachers and 2 students at the school, and we know at least one of the injured was actually flown to Grady.
That's right. We do have inquiries into Grady Hospital to check and see how that person is doing. We're going to continue to monitor the very latest on those injured. But as Bobeth noted, we do know now that 2 teachers were killed, 2 students. We're going to show you their pictures one more time as we work to learn more about their legacy and who they were and what they meant to the community. 53-year-old Christina Aramy is one of those teachers, 39-year-old Richard Aspinwall the other. 2 students, both only 14 years old, Christian Angelo and Mason Schermerhorn, also killed. 11 Alive spoke with a teacher just doors down from where the shooting happened, and he shared a little about his colleague, Coach Richard, someone he says cared a lot about his students.
He meant a lot to this community, a lot to the athletic programs that we have at our institution. So he'll be sorely missed, and it's hard to replace someone like that.
Now, we have seen flags lowered at half-staff. We know fundraisers have been coordinated for some of the families and expect others to be coming forth as well. 9 others, again, were injured and rushed to area hospitals. The GBI confirming 8 of those hurt were students, and 1 was another teacher. So again, we will be working our sources throughout the course of the day, reaching out to loved ones in the community, knowing the tremendous impact this has on everyone. Our hearts and prayers going out to the high school this morning. And again, we've got the GoFundMe information that has been verified so far, linked for you on 11alive.com. Sending it back to you.
Liza, thank you. In times of tragedy like this, one of the most important things is just being together. Just hours after the shooting, hundreds of people gathered for a vigil in Winder. We talked with one student who told us more about 39-year-old teacher Richard Aspinwall.
He really just cared about everyone. He didn't really care about his own feelings. He mostly cared about people first.
People lit candles for the victims while many were crying and just showing an array of emotions there. Some of the speakers really struggled to even find the words. Some people even released balloons. Grief counselors will be available for Barrow County students, teachers, and staff today. Although the school is closed, they will be at the District Central office on West Athens Street in Winder from 8 this morning until 8 tonight.
People all over Georgia hurting this morning. It's painful to see images from Apalachee High School, the latest mass shooting at a school. And it's prompting some important but very difficult conversations, especially for children. It's hard to comprehend how something like this happened. We talked with Dr. David Purcell with Georgia Psychiatric Consultants. He says events like this can impact everybody watching it unfold, not just the people there on the scene.
You know, even though the kids experienced the traumatic event, just hearing about a traumatic event, especially if it's someone that you know that has been involved in that, that actually can lead to a lot of that anxiety and potentially even PTSD. Just from hearing about it and knowing, hearing about it happening to someone that you're close to or someone that you love. And so the parents need to watch for these same things in themselves. Are they not sleeping as well? Are they having an increase in anxiety, an increase in fear?
Dr. Purcell says it's really important to have someone to talk to, and that is available for anyone, no matter your financial means. You can utilize the Georgia Crisis and Access line. That number is here on your screen, 1-800-715-4225. The call center is available 24 hours a day.
Now we want to take a closer look at the suspect, 14-year-old Apalachee High School student Colton Gray. 11 Alive's Ariana Manish joining us this morning with what we know so far. Ariana.
Aisha, Colt Gray, the 14-year-old, he has been booked. He's in custody. He'll be tried as an adult and tried with murder. Now, 11 Alive went to his home, which is about 6 miles from the high school, and multiple agencies, they spent hours searching his family's home. Now, we're learning from the FBI that Gray was investigated by the Jackson County Sheriff's Office last year after he allegedly posted photos of guns online threatening to commit a school shooting. Now, the Sheriff's Office, they interviewed Gray and his father, who said there were hunting guns in the house, but the teen did not have unsupervised access to those guns. The Sheriff's Office, they alerted local schools for continued monitoring, but there's no probable cause for arrest. Now, neighbors say the suspect lived there with his dad and 2 younger siblings. A neighbor who lives across the street, she spoke to us. She says that she only knew of the siblings and the dad living at the home. She wasn't aware that Colt Gray lived at that home until yesterday when she saw him waiting for the bus for the first time. Take a listen.
He had on jeans, a dark or black zip-up hoodie with the hood up, and a black backpack. I don't know. I just felt odd. So hours later, this starts unfolding, and then my grandson sends me a picture that's one of the students at Apalachee snapped of the shooter when he had his gun in his hand. And he said, "Gigi, is this who you saw?" And that was the boy. And that's terrifying.
Now, we did try to speak to his father, but he declined to speak with us. Reporting live from Winder, I'm Ariana Maniz for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Some pretty chilling details there, Ariana. Thank you. For a full look at all of our coverage of the shooting, you can text the word investigation to 404-885-7600. We will send you that information straight to your phone.